Hello and welcome, my name is Trismegistus and this is Factorio. The series is called Let's Just Play Factorio. What I'm dashing over here to do is restock my stuff, because last time we set up the first of our stations. We'll be setting up quite a few stations as the game goes on. And we want to set this to be chests for us. We also dealt with our first biter incursion. Foolishly they thought that this planet belonged to them, so we disavowed them of that notion. They produce actually quite quickly, don't they? See, we're going to grab this copper as our sort of next mission. Those are some quite big nests. I might do some buffs to our turrets. Yeah, because we can do them. Yeah, let's do that. What we're going to do here is we're going to have it unload. Ultimately we'll be like unloading. In fact, we may actually do loading on both sides. It's a bit more of a faff to set that one up, but we'll be unloading this on just the one side. And it's literally the reverse of what we have just done. I want to put... Should I put a radar here? Might as well. What I'll do like I did at the other end, basically. I'll put a couple of turrets on it, in case some of those horrible biters come to tell us we don't belong here. Connect this like this. And put a radar on this here. So we've got some nice coverage. And to do these back, what I generally do these back to combine the outputs. And is that right? It's difficult to tell with that on there. So that's going on the left side of the belt, isn't it? So actually it should be that one. Because what I'm trying to do is like balance it up. Because inserters, as you will know or realise, insert on the far side of the belt, but when they're inserting onto these end belts, it can be a bit confusing as to which way they go. So in this case, they're putting on the left side of the belt. If I did it on the other side, it'd actually probably be the right side of the belt. So I often just do it practically, as it were, to work it out. So if we put a balancer here, which way around should it go? There. And what we can do is simply right, so that's the iron coming out of the train. Okay, so what we can basically do is have this. Oh, I should put some lights on it just so we can see what we do. Cool. Yeah, so you see this is completely emptied. And what we can do is we can simply have the train basically driving back and forth, basically. So we plop it onto automatic and off it pops. What we do want to do is set up some refuelling, basically. It's quite slow. I mean, you can run trains on any burnable fuel, so wood or coal or anything really. I'll let it go back and forth a bit, I think. But one thing I do need to do is make sure all the turrets have a good supply. We're also going to have to start being careful, because now that we've got trains drifting around, there's the distinct possibility of us getting run over. We'll probably be going with a mainline approach, though quite how that's going to work on this map, I'm not sure. I mean, if we have the bus there, then our mainline could be up here. Maybe? That would work. And the idea is basically what you do is you bring all of your trains onto a main line, and that acts as your central spine. Actually, it'd be better if the main line was like that. So main line would come in there, so we have maybe our train emptying areas, you know, our train unload stations here somewhere. Our buses here, so smelting, I don't know, smelting here maybe. And it loads onto a bus going down, and you know our actual production is say on that side, and our extra, you know, so green circuits and stuff are on that side. Maybe that's how we do it. And then the main line can go up that way, and then every time you want to go off and grab some resources, so the main line's coming up here, you go down, you do an offshoot from the main line. Oh yeah, we were going to do some gates, wasn't we? So I can show you these. So a gate opens when you get near it. You see it going all green. But it'll also open for the train. I wonder if how quick this will be to load. What we could do is put a couple of stack inserters on each one to sort of speed up the loading a bit. So that'll speed up loading a little with the stack inserters. Oh, I was going to run power poles along, wasn't I? So now we know power and the trains are on the same side, as it were. Actually, it might be better if I... That's a bit annoying. I was kind of hoping we could power the inserters for the coal. Let's tap it off here. So what we can do is we can have... I'll plot this on manual, just so I know where it's lined up. So we need that there, pop that there. Now we have this here, and this here. So we want that there. So what we're really going to do is is take coal down here, basically. Oh, the station's there. Oh no, that'll work. So if I have that there, does that work? So each time, yeah, that'll do. Cool. So if we set the priority on this as what? It won't matter actually. But what we'll do, we'll limit each of these chests to a 4 stack of... by 4 stack, I mean the 3 slots, which is exactly what a train takes. 3 fuel, basically. So there's always enough fuel in there to completely fill the station. It won't burn that much. It'll only be, you know, sort of 3 or 4 bits as it goes back and forth. But we'll wait for it to fill up and then set it onto automatic. You can actually hover over it, and it shows you the amount of fuel that's in there. Okay, so that's that. So I'll plot this back onto automatic. So, what am I doing here? What I need to do is a bit of tidying up, basically. So I think I'm going to tear all of this up, basically. One of the things that's very easy to do with power lines is to basically cut off your entire base. So you do something like this, where you pick up your miners or whatever, so you can rearrange it all, and you end up disconnecting half your base because there was one power line, you know, that had all of the power for the rest of the base going to it. Very, very easy to do that. So what we want to do, we want to have iron coming down into both of those slots, don't we? We've got iron coming down here. And we've got iron that's going to be produced here. So if I stick these back down, these two become a line, basically, like this. We take resources from here, with 2 lines. And these two become a line over here. A single line, this is. So to recall, we didn't actually need all of that. So if I do the trick again of putting the fish on there. And same again, fish on there. And fish on there. And there, there, and I can just chuck all of this. I assume I haven't filled up the chest. No, there we go. Chuck that in there eventually. Bing, bong, bing. So we'll do another buff there. So we've got one line coming up here. And if we plop one of these lads here, and we can have a line out of there and a line out of there. So what this is doing is, this whole new setup I'm doing is basically ensuring that these, this is being drained, the one at the top is being drained, and it's also being drained from here. Yeah, so we're steadily pulling stuff from all 3 of the iron patches we're engaged with. And these 2 are a lot smaller, so there's only 350,000 between them. Whereas there's 2.0 million in this, so although they'll drain at the same rate, these will, those 2 will be gone a lot quicker than that patch at the top there. So same sort of idea. What we can actually do is just copy that as a blueprint. So we could copy this bit. Is that everything we want from it? Probably, isn't it? That's the bit we want to repeat. You can actually name them and stuff. I don't generally tend to bother. Okay, so that's that. Now what we can do is a little bit of a gap, just because, and then plop it there. So this is where I'm anticipating our copper will unload, because that gives us a chance to bring it in here and combine it with this patch. We probably need to do that right away, actually. Looking at how quick this is going. Yeah, there's only 31,000 left. So what we'll do is we will top up. I should blueprint this, shouldn't I? So if I can do blueprints via the thing, can't I? Yeah, there we go. So if I do that, yep. So that's our load station. Cool. So we'll check out this patch, make sure for definite there isn't anything too close. And the biters are pretty close. How big are these nests down here? Ooh. Ooh. Fairly. We might be better actually at taking a look at the side. Because of the widescreen aspect ratio, sometimes it's better to come at things from the side because you can sort of see things a bit better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we got? We got small worms, all small? 2 small worms, that's not too bad. As soon as we start attacking that one, though, these will send some defences. So what do I want to do? If I get some power over here, and we'll just route it over from our existing defence, our existing outpost. So get some power over here, and we'll stick some laser turrets along the top. I'm guessing that's going to be in the way because that's probably where we want the train to come in. But yeah, we'll get some power over here, right? And I'll plop some. Oops. Things down, and we will stick some turrets in. So that if we do happen to annoy the natives while we're working, there's some defences over here. A sort of defensive wall that hopefully they'll... might not be in a very good position actually. Okay. We'll see. Okay, so what does our loading train station look like? Which is that's the unloading, isn't it? So that's loading. So actually, yeah, we could put it there, something like that. I could actually put it along the side there. So put it in there, and then well, I may be better to do my there's little sort of tricks, not the best, not quite the right term, but I tend to do a thing where I take the edges of the belt back around. So no, so basically, if you have them like this, yeah, then it'll basically eat through that before it gets to the end, as it were. Okay, so that's line 1 then. This is line 2. This is line 3. And then this is line 4. So again, we need the backward belt thing. There. Am I going to have enough? No, nowhere near enough, you see. No, nowhere near enough. So we need a load more mining drills. But we can put the belts in. So actually I want to change the colour of this, maybe to some sort of orange, if I can get an orange. I don't think that's very orange, but it'll do. So let's put ourselves a couple of locomotives. They automatically clip to the station. So I think I said it last episode about getting, if you get the station, you know, to get the proper alignment, have them draw up to the station. That's really, as I say, I said last episode about the pumps rather than, and the you loading and unload rather than stations, because nowadays the trains do clip to the stations. So that's buffed to 4, isn't it? Which is, so those are both buffed to 4. We could buff that because we're carrying, you know, a flamethrower. That's one of our sort of best defences. No, it's sort of a khaki colour I've made there, isn't it? No, taupe, probably. So we'll rename this to pick up copper. Okay, and let's put some fuel in both of them. Actually, puts 50 in each. Let's put 50 in each. Okay. I picked up the car. No, I left the car over there. Okay. So where do we want this train line to go? Because what I could do, I could run it sort of down through here. Because this is now double connected. We don't really need these power poles. So if we could go down here, down this sort of bit here. And sort of maybe cancel. Come out here and round. Yeah, something like that. So what I'll show you is the manual track laying as you drive. Am I too far down? Is that? Because I prefer to loop it over here, partly so we can avoid this forest a bit. Because it's thinner here, you see. Yeah, so I've overshot that, haven't I, really? So if I grenade this over here. Cool, so let's drive around here. So how far over do we actually want to go with this? I prefer to miss that, so really we want to be there somewhere, don't we? Cool, so let's roll this in to sort of here-ish somewhere, and then plop our new station down, and this wants to be called not pick up copper ore, but oops, drop off copper ore. So if I hit change. I think it might be if you hit enter, it doesn't work as such. Did I put this to 60 seconds or 90 seconds on the other one? And here we want to go drop off copper ore, and when you're empty. So if you go drop off. Alright, so it's okay. I don't know why it had that as red. But I mean, it's empty at the moment because, you know, we've not put anything in it. So I'll set this like this. And I'll pull this forward manually. And connect this up. That should fuel our train up for us. So what did we run out up there? It was mining drills, wasn't it? We ran out of mining drills. Shall I fill all this out? I might as well fill all this. Oh yeah, we do need a load more inserters. I hadn't done them all. Okay, so this station is sort of fully set up now. Oh no, no it isn't. It doesn't have a radar. So it's fully set up. No it isn't. Now it's fully set up. Yeah, okay. So we can drive ourselves over to pickup. So I'll pop that onto manual because we don't really need it driving back and forth while it's got nothing to drive. And we'll fill out the rest of these drills. So yeah, so I'm going to pop some turrets around. Yeah, so that's all of the boxes filled up. I might put some laser turrets on. What I'm thinking is we'll leave the nests alone for now. Where are they likely to come from? We could well annoy them and them, so if we put turrets, just one turret on each area. Set back, obviously we've got the two turrets there anyway, so set back from the things. And it just provides a bit sort of this defence in depth thing I was talking about before. Yeah, you see, we're going to annoy those biters really quite a lot, and probably them as well, because there's no trees. Not really any trees. And they could well come and attack this as well. Certainly in this first bit where we're sort of filling everything up. So they're going to get quite annoyed quite quickly. Let's just head over. So the copper is backed up, but this is virtually run through. What am I going to do next time? So say we might try and extend this a bit, and I'll put in the production facilities for bots in particular. But what we really need to do next episode is fill out all these with modules. I keep saying that every episode, don't I? But I need to really, because you can put modules in miners as well, you see. Okay, so we'll call that an episode there. If you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus, this has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.